Welcome back, everyone. It is Saturday here in Georgia and it is gorgeous. It's about 65 degrees here. The sun is out. There's a slight wind. It is beautiful. I am going to take advantage of today. I'm going to focus on this area here. This is the area that my plan is to build up in this space. I'm going to pull up all of this pine bark and I'm going to save it. I'll be putting this in garbage bags and putting this probably in the garage until I'm ready to use it again. But it's in very good condition, and even if I don't use it as a top layer, I can use this underneath and then add more pine bark on top of it. But my plan again is to save as much as I can on money and on materials. So I am going to save this. I'm going to pull this up. There is a barrier underneath, but it should be pretty easy to work with. There's not a lot of grass or anything other than the pine bark. And once I pull up the pine bark, I'm going to go ahead and dig up the rest of these plants out here. I would work over here in this area, the paver pad area for the garbage cans, but it rained very heavily about 2 days ago for 2 days, and this is a muddy mess right now. And I believe by tomorrow it should be nice and just dried out a bit so I can continue digging. But right now it's just too hot. I'm sorry, it is just too wet out here. But it's beautiful. So anyway, this is what's going on today. Not much else has changed. Here are my babies. Sorry for the loud barking. When I'm taping, they think that I'm talking to somebody, and so they get a bit confused. Another thing I'm going to do today, I've reached out to the gentleman who has these huge rocks. This is the biggest rock I have here, and I wish I could measure it, but it's a pretty huge rock, and I would like to use this. I would like to stand this up on its side and create the wall for the raised area here. I have reached out to him to see whether or not I can go back out there this afternoon and pick up some more. But this is on a construction site, so these are free. And he has them labeled as granite. They're extremely heavy, so my guess is they are granite. But again, this is another way to save on money by looking for different construction sites that have large rocks that are looking to get rid of them for free. They have to pay to tow them away, so they post things on Marketplace and other media outlets to let people know that there are free rocks, and they're really beautiful rocks once they're cleaned off. These came from a side of they're digging down like a lot of feet. So this came from the side of the area. I'll show you the video from where this came from, and it's really, really gorgeous. Anyway, that's what I'm doing today. I will also be potting my lavender. My lavender came out of the refrigerator today. Currently, I am soaking sweet pea seeds that I will plant tomorrow. I'm also going to plant some more sweet William and some delphinium, the other seeds that I picked up at the dollar store. So there's a lot going on today. I didn't think there was going to be much going on, but it's just beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. So I will be out here digging, and once I clear this space out, I will show the video of what this looks like cleared out. I also think this is going to help me get better images from ChatGPT. Currently, when I'm creating what I want this to look out through ChatGPT, it continues to utilize, I had 2x8s here, and there's only one left, and the only reason that one's still there is because there's flagstone leaning up against it. But when I create the images on ChatGPT, it pulls in that 2x8, so it throws off what the picture, what my idea is. It's being thrown off by the 2x8s. I will get the rest of this cleaned up, and then I will take more pictures out here, put my ideas into ChatGPT, and hopefully it will create a cleaner image of what I'm looking for. Okay, I'll see you all soon. So I'm out here getting this pine bark up, and I'm actually happy that it has dried out a bit because it's rained so hard. the past couple of days I was worried this was going to be heavy. It's actually pretty light. So I'm just not getting outside because a lot more came out of the refrigerator than I thought. Let's see, my hosta seeds that I had in the refrigerator came out today. My corabels, my lavender, and my creeping phlox. I got my delphinium and my zinnia seeds planted. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go ahead and finish potting the seeds that I got from Dollar Tree. I have sweet pea that is soaking right now. It needs to soak for 24 hours. And I will also pot my bachelor button and my sweet William. So I was walking around downstairs trying to figure out how I was going to maximize on my grow light space. And then I thought about something. I've got my corms under grow lights and it doesn't make sense. So I did some reading. Reading is fundamental. And I realized that bulbs and corms don't need to go under the light until the shoots come up. And then some need grow lights, some don't. So I was actually taking up valuable grow light space by putting my ranunculus corms down there. So I've since moved those. And so I've got my seeds down there that I planted today. So, like I said, I'm continuing to learn about all of this gardening stuff. It's a big change from buying stuff from Pikes and other nurseries. I'm learning a lot along the way. What to do and what not to do. But I'm having fun while I'm doing it. So this will not be perfect. I know I'll continue to make mistakes along the way. And my hope is that I'll learn from these and next year will be even more successful. So I'm going to finish this out here and then I'll go inside and I'll show you everything that got potted up today. And I'll show you down in the grow light space and the sunroom. See you soon. This was actually way easier than I thought it would be. So I've cleared out all of the bark over here and I pulled up the wood border. I keep saying 2x8, but who knows what size those were. But they were really long pieces of wood that were preventing the bark from spilling over to the sidewalk, as you see why it was necessary. And I was able to dig up this gardenia bush here. And this is where the walk path will go. And as I stated earlier, with me clearing all of this out and then taking pictures of it now, and then I'll finish this tomorrow, and I'll also flatten out the paver pad, the area for the paver pad over there, so I can prepare that for gravel. But with this being cleared out, I feel like the images that I get from ChatGPT are going to be a little bit clearer and a little bit crisp as far as what I'm wanting, because I think what was out here, the plants and things that were out here, was throwing it off. And even with the lights being there, at some point I would like to get those lights up, but right now it's our only light out here outside of the lights on the house. But I want this to be expanded out to where the bird feeder is. And with those lights there, it creates almost like this wall in the ChatGPT images. And what I would like to do is get these lights out and then take another picture of this area, because the images I've created so far, they're just not grabbing what I have, an idea of what I have. I've done one more image since then and it's closer to what I'm looking for. But I think clearing this all out is going to give ChatGPT a little bit more to work with, and it will stop creating those walls for me. Anyway, this is it. I got a lot dug up, so I dug up my sedum. I dug up I forgot what kind of grass this is. I think this is bondo grass. If I'm not right, I'll correct it later. And I've dug up my sedum and like 2 hellebores. And this type of grass here, I forgot what kind of grass this is, but it's really pretty. We had 2 bunches of these, but the dog's Latte, for some reason, she liked eating it. So this is the only one I have left, but it's really big, so I want to keep that. And I was able to dig up some, I think these are, where are they at? Got some lilies over here somewhere. Oh, here they are. So there's a lily. But this is what it looks like. So like I said, I will get out here tomorrow and finish clearing this out. And I may have to put down a tarp over this area because I'm sure it's going to rain again before I get the gravel down and before I get the larger rocks in here. And I don't want the dogs tracking dirt directly into the house. All right, I will see you all tomorrow. Okay, this is better. I turned the camera light off, and it's not giving that weird shadow. But this is an idea. I swept up all the area, but this is just dirt. The pine bark is gone from here. I still have the pine bark over here to get. It's getting dark out, so I apologize. But I wanted you all to be able to see the images that I'm about to upload into ChatGPT. And I'll show you the difference between what is created now and what was created before. But I'm going to go ahead and take the images with the border gone and see if it will tap into more of what I'm thinking. But this is cleared up a lot easier than I thought it would be. That gardenia bush almost took me out, y'all. That gardenia bush was right there. It almost took me out. So anyway, stay tuned. I'm looking forward to showing the images and showing maybe the before and after I cleared this space out, what was being created. See you in a bit. Good morning. It is Sunday morning. I didn't get a chance to finish taping last night, but I am in the basement and I'm showing you all what is down in the basement, what has moved around. So down here I have my ajuga plants here, and here I have my bellflower. So this is the second round of bellflower and under the grow light. Over here I have new flowers. These are my zinnias, which do not call for a grow light. And oh, I have two plants in here. My zinnia and my delphinium are in this pot here. Let me back up a bit, sorry. And here's my lavender that came out of the refrigerator yesterday. And here is my, let's see, I have two in here, I believe. No, this is one, creeping phlox. This is all creeping phlox. And then over here I go, daredevil. Oh, daredevil today. Here are my corbels. And here's more ajuga. Here's my columbine. And here's one more lavender. All right, I'm gonna go upstairs and show you what's going on upstairs. A lot of changes upstairs. I am back upstairs in the sunroom, and on the floor here are the ranunculus corms. And I was watching a few videos, and it stated that one of the amateur mistakes that many new growers make is constantly checking the, whether or not they're sprouting and then moving them or watering them rather than just leaving them alone and allowing them to do their thing. So these will be up here. They do not need the grow light. As I stated in the previous video, they wouldn't need the grow light if they needed one until the sprouts come up. So again, I'm learning. Here are all of the blanket flower. These are ones I separated last week. There's some that are very strong and doing very well. And it looks like I may have lost a couple, but I have a ton. These are the ones these are very happy. So these are the ones I separated last weekend. And my lupin, they're all strong and happy. And I still don't have anything going on in the caladium. And my sweet William, I thinned these out. They seem to be okay. So the only one that seems like it was a tragic mistake was the separating out the creeping thyme. Now I think I'm going to have this is the creeping thyme that's left after I separated a lot of it. So it was just an insane amount of creeping thyme. Moving over here to, I did water these are the mixed heart hostas. These were kind of droopy yesterday, so I soaked these. And here are my crocus. So my crocus are happy. These are coming up. There's one here, so only these two do not have anything yet. And let's see, I don't have anything coming up from my blazing star. And I took the 3 pink muhly grass sprouts and I went ahead and put them into individual pots. The rest did not do anything, and I actually used the entire pack of seeds. so I didn't have any left. These are my Blazing Star seeds that are doing very well, and I'm gonna probably wait another week before I start to thin these out and put these in individual pots. Now I think I'm just kind of worried about the disaster that occurred with the creeping thyme, so I'm being extra careful. These are my coneflower. These are all doing really well, and again, I'll wait until next week until these are a little bit stronger before I start messing with these. These are my black-eyed Susan and my summerberry yarrow and my astilbe. So crazy thing is, my astilbe, they're already getting buds on them. So I think maybe I put these in the soil too early, and I'm definitely not ready for these to go outside yet. Here are my caladium, and I don't see anything here yet. This is the disaster from the creeping thyme. Well, I say that, but there's some strong ones in here. And same with the creeping thyme here. So I didn't kill them, but there's still some that are standing strong. So we'll see. Here's my bee balm. I'm definitely going to wait for this. The bee balm seems pretty thin. And here are the hostas. Again, these were another set of hostas that I ordered from Amazon. All right, so this is what's going on upstairs. I did not get a chance to pick up my shelf. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go do that now. I'm gonna go to Dollar Tree. I keep saying Dollar Store, Dollar Tree, and pick up a couple of more shelves and get those going today. All right, that's it on a Sunday. I'm gonna finish digging outside. No, I'm gonna continue digging outside, and if I make any major changes outside, I will go ahead and post that. Have a great day. I wanted to pop in and give a description or explanation as to what I was talking about when it came to ChatGPT having its limitations. So the first picture is before I cleared out the border, and this is the image that ChatGPT created for me, and all of the other images were just like this. So the lines were very rigid, and it wasn't giving me what I wanted. So last night when I went out and cleared the edging out, and I cleared out the pine bark, and I got it all swept up, and then I put the same description into ChatGPT, and then I was able to get a very, very accurate image of what I was trying to convey. So this is the closest I've gotten to what I'm wanting, and I feel it's because I cleaned out that space. So today I went out and I started laying down the flagstone just to give me an idea, number one, of if I have enough flagstone to do what I want to do, and then how I want it to look. And I also picked up a bird bath that one of the neighbors donated. So this is not the actual bird bath that will go in this space, but it's a placeholder. The fountain that will go in the space is actually much larger. So anyway, here I go. This is my first AI garden design. Thank you for joining me at Art Ladle and Spade, and please subscribe.